Hey, YouTube, nice to see you again. Happy Friday, Doug. How are you doing?
Happy Friday. Yeah, it's been a great day so far. A lot done with the programmers.
Yeah, it sure
I
has.
know you had a late night last night.
I
You
did.
were up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Another late night. Yeah, I'm finding that getting up in the morning for the early call after being up until 2:30, that's not as easy for me as it used to be for some reason. I'm out of the habit of having to do that, Doug.
Yeah, I me too. I was up not like you. I was up until 1 with the programmers and with a business plan that I'm working on, but yeah, it's like getting back up at 5 after being up at 1 is
Yeah.
little
It
tough.
didn't used to be that hard. I don't think it used to be as difficult as it was for me this morning, but that's all right. Hey, I
Yeah.
noticed just a bit ago that the Bitcoin, I just got a little notification from Coinbase. It says Bitcoin's up over 66,000 today. And
Yeah, and everything seems to be. I mean, look at our. I'm going to share my page, Deb.
yeah,
But we set up insights with our coin page, and when you go to the coin page, one of the things that we want to track to makes it easy to tell what's going on is 1 hour, 1 day, 7 day. But you click on the up arrow on the 7 day, and look at everything, and we talk about things freeing up and following Bitcoin, but a lot of green here,
a
Deb.
lot of
And
green.
and
Yes.
there's multiple pages, but this and you pointed this out to me, the Mines of Delarnia.
Yeah.
This is a gaming project that we looked at a long time ago. We're going to get back to this on this call, but it's up 81%. And let me click on that just so we can see the chart here. It's like where were we on July 14th, Deb?
I know that's what I was thinking. July 14th, what had us so busy that we couldn't look at the coin page and see that something was about to happen or
Right.
look at the
That,
crystal
that
ball. Did you not get your crystal ball that day?
I think it's mine is in for repair,
Mhm.
and it just wasn't working.
I find it so interesting, Doug, that this was one of those coins that on one of our calls, you pulled it up, you showed the website behind it. We talked about this game, and I'm not trading it. Are you trading it?
I have to confess, no. And and this is, we talk about J Bean, the jelly bean, AI thing that we're going to build and stuff, and how it will track the market and do projections and predictions of market movement and those kind of things. That's one of the things that's really important about having an AI that can track all this stuff and give you notifications of when fundamental things have changed. Like I tried to figure out why this move is happening, and there was a partnership and collaboration with another game.
Right.
Uh, Maybe that triggered it, but definitely social sentiment shifted somewhere here, and we needed a notification, and we didn't have that. We don't have that, and so having an AI with a fundamental notification, social sentiment tracking, all those kind of things system becomes really important to be able to take advantage of moves like this. Now we're in the position of just potentially technically trading this, and we'll get in and talking about this in just a little bit because we're going to go through maybe setting up a grid on Mines of Delarnia. But we got
Yeah.
some other things we want to do first in other verse potentially, Deb.
Yeah, absolutely. And just one thing to remember for all you brand new traders is when you see a coin take off like this, the last thing you want to do is jump into this coin right now. But because of our tools that we've built, because of our pullback grids, you can put a pullback grid in there and tell it, well, if it drops, when it gets to X price, go ahead and pop on in and give me my first trade in a grid. Our tools we've set up to be able to see that, oh, there's activity here. Let's look at the fundamentals. Let's look to see if this is a viable coin. And when we feel really good about it, we can set up a grid. And Doug, last week you were out gardening while your trades
Right.
were
Closing.
selling.
Yeah.
You're oftentimes on the golf course while nSights is doing the work for you. You just have to set up the grids
Well,
and let nSights take over. I'm really excited to see how you do that today, Doug.
yeah. Well, you're telling everybody all my secrets. I'm out on the golf course.
Right.
Yeah. I uh, especially on the weekends too. You know, I love playing golf. So
Mhm.
yeah, and that's why we do this kind of stuff so that we can have the lifestyle to, do the things that we want to do, right?
Absolutely.
So yeah, I know that you know, you made a comment, Deb, and I'll just touch on this. Everybody, you say, well, you don't want to jump in on something like this, and I know everybody goes, well, why? Look how high it's gone up, right? Um, and and the problem with that is that this move here with jumping in, you got to position yourself in case it doesn't. This move was 46% up. And from the top, it came down, I think, probably around 12%. Let's see, maybe not. Let's see, there I am at can't hardly see the top. Yeah, about, let's see if I got it on there. Right there's about the top, 10, almost 11%. Okay, so you go, okay, well, and then it continued on up. Well, the problem is you don't know the difference between this move and this move. Okay. This one went up 30 something percent. Okay. Nice up, had a pullback and a bounce and then came down. If you, if you're chasing this on the way up, the probabilities of you getting filled at this range is very, very high. Getting filled near the top becomes harder to make these pullback moves where this this pullback potentially got out in profit, where this one you were stuck in until probably to last day or so, right? You did this whole down move. So it becomes harder to cost average if you get bought at the top and do those kind of things. And you never know that this trade is not going to be what this trade was.
Right.
So you got to trade in a way that allows you to position yourself the best way that you can. So nice pullbacks, nice up, nice pullbacks, nice up, nice pullback, little bounce, but overall it was the down move. And so you got to be very careful of those. And that's what we try to position ourselves, not to get stuck at the very top of a move. We can cost average those. We can manage our way potentially out of those, but it takes longer and sometimes becomes kind of expensive to do. But if you believe in the project, you believe in the utility of the project, then these kind of down moves create the opportunities to take advantage of these kind of up moves. So
Right.
yeah, good point, Deb, about not jumping in.
Yeah.
All
Never
right.
chase them. But you're going to show us how to make the coin come back to you. And that's the key
Right.
lesson today. Yeah.
Right. And if I do get in and it rolls over and becomes a bigger down, then I'm prepared to do the cost averaging, but I at least position myself for these kind of bounces.
Yeah.
So, okay, we'll get
Love
into
it.
that in just a little bit. All right, let's deal with the coin that's going to allow me to do this. I currently have a Doge trade here, and I can see I've taken 15 trades and all my trades have closed, right? And uh, very nice profit. Now, one of the things that I will say is that Doge, and if you're a Doge fan, don't shoot me here. Okay, I like Doge too, but I don't want to trade it where it's at. I want to maybe trade it at a different place. So I don't want to get rid of my Doge grid. And we're going to be doing a correction on these profitabilities. The way that the programmers did the profitabilities is that they've done an average of all the trades that I've taken, which is 15 trades here. But a lot of these trades are rollover trades, meaning that I traded them multiple times and didn't put any additional money in. So my profitability is actually much higher than this. Um, And the programmers are working on the formula to correct that because they're rollovers and because the way that we can add lines and delete lines and add money into grids and take money out of grids, it makes the true profitability very hard to calculate. But they're working on the formula to do that. So just to know that the profitability of this grid is very high. So Doge really does work extremely well, and you can see all the profitable trades. But you know, I'm going to look at Doge here for a second, and you know, I'm coming off of a bottom. I'm up against a barrier. This is set to take a trade if it pulls back to here, which would be okay. I could probably get another bounce in Doge and stuff. But maybe I want to take advantage of Mines of Delarnia, you know, and see if I can, you know, get a deeper bounce and move back up. May get stuck at the top. Down here, I'm at the bottom potentially. But the interesting thing about Doge, and if we go to our coin page, okay, and I look at Doge, okay, see if it'll bring up. Well, hang on, I can do it here. If I look at Doge, we'll see this. This is over, and I'll do it on the day, right? I can go back to the bottom here, and I can see that I'm up about 14% over the last number of days. If I go to my coin page, I can see that the last 7 days is up 9%. And if I look at all the coins, my top coin, which is making a massive run, is Mines of Delarnia, 81, 32, 28, 21, 19, 18. I'll get down to Doge here. It's in the top 10. So, you know, pullback could be nice, but it's definitely not, you know, even following near and some of the other coins. And a lot of these, Solana is even up. So it's kind of a toss-up, Deb, for me to stay in Doge and let this trade go ahead and pull back that we saw, which is this trade right here. Go ahead and pull back and take another trade in Doge and potentially add to another winning trade in the 15 winning trades I have in Doge, or step out of Doge for a little bit, let Doge do its thing and come back and trade Doge again. Now, what I will do if I cancel this trade, which gives me the $50 back, which I might use in Mines of Delarnia, is take this $50 and trade there. I won't archive this grid, even though it'll be 0-0. You can't take any trades, simply because I want to know what my true profitability in Doge is going to be. And so when the programmers get this number right, I'll be able to see what my true profitability in this. And if I come back and add another line, I will add it directly to this grid and continue to trade Doge and continue to see what my true profitability is in Doge. So I can archive Doge and then open up a brand new grid and start all over, or I can keep my history here by not archiving it and taking the trade away so I don't get any new trades. So Doge kind of goes dormant in that there's nothing for it to trade, but I leave it here so I can open it back up and trade again in the future, Deb.
Yeah, I
So
really like that. I like to do that as well. And I love the idea that you just have an open grid line. It hasn't taken a trade. You have an open grid line. So you actually have $50 sitting on this grid, not working for you until
right.
if you left it just like it is, as soon as it hit the price, it will take a trade and you'll continue going. But I love the idea of just being able to take that $50 to a different place and
Yeah,
starting another grid or even
yeah,
putting it on a different existing grid that you have in the moment. I love the
right.
flexibility of this platform.
I could move it up to near, which, uh, we have 23 closed trades here in near,
Yeah,
and if I looked at near, maybe it's a good time to turn near back on
yeah,
and add a grid line because I got 0, 0 here.
yeah,
Could add, or where did my near go? Come back here near. Well, I got 11 trades there. I got 0, 0 here and near. Maybe it's a good time to take the $50, put it in near, let near trade a little bit, and then take it back down to Doge later or add additional money to Doge.
yeah.
So lots of power, lots of flexibility here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here to Doge, and I can see I've got it on conservative. So my pullback, if I were to leave it, is at about 9.5 to 10%, which is this. Okay. But I'm not going to leave it. I'm going to go here to my 3 vertical dots. I'm going to go edit. And let's do this first. Let's go to our mid wallet so we can see this happen. Um, there's my BUSD. I have $1,000 in BUSD sitting here that probably tomorrow I'll put some of this to work, Deb, on the
Yeah,
Saturday call because I
awesome.
got money sitting here. Okay. And might as well do something with it, right?
Absolutely.
Uh, right. But I want you to see the 1,059. And you go, Doug, you got 1,059. You don't need to close Doge. You could just leave it alone and do a learning. I'm doing this for educational purposes, Deb,
Right.
so that we all learn. this
Yeah.
this is
And this is a good time to remind everybody that we're not financial advisors. None of what we're talking about is financial advice. This is for education purposes only. So Doug has this small little account set up that he does sometimes the craziest trades just to show you that our system can. And I love that.
well,
But
and it works even with the crazy trades.
it
So
works even with the crazy trades. So it's a
right,
lot of fun, but we're definitely not but this is for education. We're all here having a good time. So
right.
keep that.
Okay, so we know we got 15 closed trades here in profit. I do know that I've moved some of my Doge already out to Otherverse, that there was a couple of negative trades that I moved out to Otherverse that I'm going to convert in Otherverse to the from Doge token to the UTHIX token. We'll do that in a minute. Uh, and I'm going to close this one down. I'm going to delete that grid line so I don't have a grid line I'm not hitting delete here on the grid. That
Right.
would archive it and I would lose this grid and I'd have to start over. I'm going to hit edit up here. I'm going to go to my pullback lines and I can see I have one right here. I'm going to hit delete and I'm going to say that I want to delete one. Oh, and I do have my phone here, Deb. Uh,
Excellent. I was just getting
and
nervous.
yeah, I had a moment of panic. Oh man. All right. And I'm gonna go to my insights, not my digi. I always scroll down and the first thing I see is digi and I put digi's 2FA in here, not insights. So um okay, so I'm deleting the one line. I got my 2FA in place. And now the lines will go to, it'll read 0, 0 where we saw the 1. Okay. You're already archived. Oh, not archiving. What am I? Edit, pull back lines, delete this one. 1 insights 838. Whoop. Already archived, no line. Oh, no, I have one line available. Okay, guys, we found they did some updating to the code. Let me make sure.
Yep. And I've already got that on over to him.
I apologize, guys. Well, this is how we find we do updates on Thursday, and this is definitely, let me check with Injective here if we get the same thing. So I'm going to edit, pull back rule, pull back lines, delete one. Okay, it is something in Doge because that worked in Injective. In fact, I have buys paused on Injective, so I just moved the one and it from Injective out to the mid wallet. And we'll see here. So we saw this number change. Okay. I'll go ahead and use the Injective money because there's an issue with Doge here. I'll try Doge one more time. Let's go down to Doge. For some reason, there's nothing on pause. It thinks that I've archived that for some reason. And it may be something I did, but I don't think so. I'll delete it. Delete it one. Take the two right FA here.
And I did go ahead and get this over to the programmers so they can have a look at it first thing. So that's good.
And it seems to be isolated to Doge here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, something in Doge. Okay. Oh.
Already archived the number of.
I think it may be the wrong message. I wonder if it is the fees. Well, it shouldn't be because I'm doing this internally. No. Yeah, there's something wrong with Doge. Okay.
Yeah, and it's tied, it's definitely tied to the new functionality that we just put in to be able to convert trades. So yeah, we'll get to the bottom of that quickly. So you pulled the money out of Doge or Injective instead.
Injective.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can see that, Injective is doing very well. And I don't want to get rid of this grid. I just don't want it to take any new trades, for example.
Right.
I have buy paused anyways. Let me see just out of curiosity. If I pause the buys, they did that. That worked. So buys are paused. Edit. I don't think this is the problem, but I'm just checking. Nothing like doing it on live call.
Right.
We're transparent, guys. We have nothing to hide. This is software. We're constantly updating it and making it the best software possible. And when you do that kind of stuff and you're that aggressive at getting stuff done, things happen.
You can have a Microsoft issue.
Oh, did they have an issue?
At least we're not getting the blue screen of death. So I'd say we're doing okay.
I can't believe that. It's just unbelievable. Wow. I feel bad for them. I mean, I know what it's like. Okay, so it's something in Doge. Yeah. Okay, so we move this out. We have the money to go start a Mines of Delarnia, but I got to go back to my coin page and I got to sort this back up. There it is. I got to connect my wallet to be able to do this. So
yeah, because you've got to enable the coin, right? You haven't enabled this coin yet to trade.
Correct.
So what Doug's doing now is he's connecting his wallet, his external wallet, and he's going to let it know that it is okay to trade Mines of Delarnia.
Yeah. Deb, I can't tell you how long it has taken me to type in my password and not say it.
No, right.
Yeah. You have nightmares. I'm going to be doing a live call and I'm going to be, but anyways,
all
here we
your
go.
passwords.
Right.
I do the same thing.
Not that there's that much money in here. It's just, but it is
Yeah,
the principle of the
it's
thing.
a bad habit.
Okay, I'm going to hit enable here. Okay. And it says, do I want to enable this coin? I could enable multiple coins, uh, you know, eh, if I want at the same time, which kind of, makes things a little bit more streamlined. I don't see anything here, that I want to enable. We have a lot of up moves, but anyways, I'll just enable the one. Hit
Okay.
enable. So this is where it goes out to your wallet and gets the fee, to enable this coin. Is, blockchain fee, not our fee, obviously, because it's coming from the wallet.
Yeah, and what I like about this, Doug, is once you have enabled that token, which you
Yay.
have now you can disconnect your wallet on the outside, and we've got our
Right,
internal mid wallet that is working on your behalf. You don't have to stay
right.
connected to your MetaMask, which is
And,
fantastic.
and you want to do this anytime you connect to anything. So let me get to the right wallet. Yeah, I got a few wallets here. Um, and you want to go 3 dots here, connected sites. You want to disconnect here and hit disconnect. Yeah, you don't want to stay connected to anything. And then you always want to make sure you lock your wallet. Okay, so we
Very
don't.
good.
So now we're on the smart contract inside nSights doing everything that we need to do. Okay, so now let's go to our mid wallet. So
No, it was DAR. You can look up DAR.
I think, yeah, I thought I'd try to be different. There we are. Okay, so we're in here. Okay, Mines of Delarnia.
And now look at
And I,
this. You can see this coin without going to the coins page. You can look it up right here on your mid wallet and see the 7 day, the 24 hour, and the 1 hour change. I love that too.
right. And when you, so if you just want to see the coins that you are trading, you're actively watching, right? You can hit the up arrow here and you can see, injective, a lot of the coins that we have, we're getting out in profit because we're having, pretty decent up move on the coins that we're trading.
For
So,
sure.
lot of green here. So pretty exciting.
Mhm.
Again, pretty massive move. Probably need some decent pullback for me to get this to make sense. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to go to my grid view. And I know that if I go to the daily, we're really getting pretty close to the all-time high.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're seeing that we're already bouncing off of the, and these are Hakanashi candles, guys. So that's why they look so different or even. But this is a breakdown and right at the wick low. In fact, let me let me get it on regular candles here, which is sporadic because of the market uh, gaps. But
Mhm.
anyway, so right here was the beginning of this breakdown or this gap down, and you can see we almost hit it exactly, and it's this beginning of this breakdown also. So that's where the down pressure is. Go back to Hakanashi. So it looks a little cleaner, a little easier to read and not, so chaotic for your eyes. It makes it kind of easier to read the market. All right.
Right.
So we're already bouncing off of it. Okay. And we can see 9. Okay. I'm going to go back to hourly. Okay. And again, these are Hakanashi. So there's the regular candles. Okay. So I want to know how far.
Just by looking at this, there's
11.
not so many gaps here. We can see that there's a
A
lot
lot
of
more
action
trade volume.
happening. A lot of action happening on this coin right now. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of trade volume. And again, there was a partnership, I think, that was signed, uh, Elder Grace, which is an action play game that I don't know. But I think some people are saying that's what triggered this. Um, all I know is it triggered, it's in play, and now technically I'm going to look at trading this thing. I want to look at the first pullback, if it pulls back to around this level, which is about 14% down, I could get a bounce. Even if it does roll on over and goes down, I could get the bounce I need to get out in profit before that rollover happens. The kind of thing that we see back when these kind of things happen. We get a bounce, it's on, this was a prior high, support and resistance switch. So this was resistance. It now becomes support, and we get a nice bounce here. So, we would look at maybe trying to do the same thing, and then if it goes on up, our system will trail it up until it gets a pullback that it's looking for. So I'm going to set a pullback at about 14%. Maybe I'll do it at 12%. Just in the middle of the range, even though it could go a little bit deeper. I don't want to get greedy. I want to get into the trade, but I also want to make sure that if I get any kind of bounce, that it's enough bounce for me to get out in profit and move on to the next trade.
Right.
So let's go ahead and set that up.
Now, Doug, as you're walking through this, if I'm a trader and I have $500 in my pocket right now, and that's how much I have to trade, and I think I'm excited about DAR, so I'm going to go and I'm going to open a grid and I'm going to put $500 in there and call it good. Is that a good idea or a bad idea?
All in, Deb. All in. Horrible idea. Yeah, you want to be able to go in, and we talk about this all the time, is that lots of times your first trade is one of your lighter trades, because anytime you have a massive movement or any kind of movement, you're always trying to protect against the downside movement, especially in crypto, because we get so much big movements down, and they create wonderful opportunities if we didn't get in with too much money too high.
Right,
Because if we do that, then it's hard to cost average that money down, because you're weighted to the top side, and to pull that down, it takes a lot of money. But
right,
if you scale in, you trade the bigger, lighter trades higher, and then you scaling in and taking advantage of those deeper moves, buying more coins, accumulating more coins, right? Because we don't trade leverage, we do accumulation, and we use our cost averaging to get us more coins deeper, which is better than leverage for me, because I don't get stopped out. Then I can trade those bounces and make nice money on that accumulation.
excellent.
So that's the way we like to trade.
I
So
like
good
it.
point, Deb.
I like it.
All right. Makes trading a lot less stressful. Okay.
Yes,
All right. I'm going to create a
indeed.
grid here. Been a while since I've done a new
Yeah,
grid, Deb.
right?
So this is kind of fun. We
Yeah,
can see the chart here on the right. We get a little, so you can kind of see, you can do some measuring here if you want. You can see, how far it is down to this range here. You can do it right here. If you're going to pick a number to measure to, you can do that here. I moved $50 over out of injective, but I'm going to add $50 to it because I got 1,000 some odd dollars in there, Deb. So I'm going to use the $50 from injective plus $50, and I'm going to do $100 Mines of Delarnia grid, and I'm going to do 2 pullback lines.
and I like it. So you're doing the same, you're taking that $50, you were trading $50 a trade. So by putting
That's right.
100 in now, you're still going to be able to do the $50 per trade. Brilliant.
Yeah. And I'm going to do, because Mines of Delarney is bouncing pretty good and there seems to be a lot of activity, I'm going to go for a slightly higher profit percentage. Okay. So I'm going to go for, I know that I remember looking at that other number and it was around 8. So I'm going to do 8% on the bounce, and I'm going to hit next here. And I'm going to go custom on the first entry. And I'm going to say I'm going to do it at 12%. Okay.
So what you're
Aggressive is,
saying,
go ahead.
well, I'm just saying what you're doing right now is you're saying, I'm setting up a grid, and I don't want you to just go take a trade, nSights. I want you to wait until the market drops 12% from where it is right at this moment. When I hit go, I want it to drop 12% before you even think about taking a trade. And that's exactly what you're doing here
And
on
it's
first
on the
buy
first
only.
buy.
Mhm.
First buy only. Now, I do have settings here. If you're new to nSights, I have aggressive, which is about 3.5. This is about 6.5, and this is about 9.5 to 10. Or I can do it at market. So I could set one of the pre-settings or do market, or I can do a custom. Now on the future trades, okay, because I don't know how Mines of Delarney is going to react, I can always come in and change things if I want. Okay. But I am gonna stay on the conservative side for my second trade. And I only have 2 trades. So my first trade is be at 12.5% or 12% from the market high. So it measures from the last high, and it's 12% from that high. If we drop down 3% and we bounce up a little bit higher, it will move to that high and measure down from that high. Okay, so it's constantly dynamically moving with the market. I'm going to set my second trade up, or if I had 3 or 4 or 5 trades, all my additional trades would be set at conservative, which is about 9.5 to 10%. Okay, and it kind of tells me where those numbers would be here. If I click see more, gives me the exact information right there. Okay, so I like that. I like this. I like the conservative. I'm going to hit next. I am going to set up ACA, auto cost averaging, but I'm going to be very conservative on this because again, I don't know all the fundamentals that are going on with that partnership. I haven't had time to do enough research to want to be very aggressive with this. So I'm going to be on the conservative side. So if I get into a trade, how far do I want it to drop before it takes a cost average to that trade? And I've got 2 trades potentially. Okay, and we'll look at that, but I'm going to think about the first trade first. I'm going to say, okay, if the market drops and I've got 12% on that entry and 9% on the next one, but my cost averages, I'm going to make them drop at least 20% because I'm up 80 some odd percent from the bottom. If I get any kind of retracement back down, I don't want to get stuck too high, too heavy.
Right.
Okay. And I'm going to also do my first cost average. The cost averages match your entry. I did a $50. I traded 100. I did 2 trades, $50 each. So it's going to match that on my cost average. Well, and normally, if you're teaching money management, you say, well, you never want to go in with less at a deeper price because you're not getting as many tokens unless you think it's going to go deeper. And here's what we've set up. So I'm going to do my 2 trades. I'm going to do the first trade at $35, which is $15 less than the 50. Okay. I'm only going to let it cost average 2 times. Okay. So that's 4 cost averages because I got 2 trades. Each one of them will cost average 2 times. The first trade will be $35. And the second trade, instead of being the 50, I'm going to take the 15 from here and I'm going to add it to the 50 and make this 65. Okay. So first trade's 20% down. Second trade would be 20% down from that. So 40% minimum down, which is about half of the 80% move. Okay.
Right.
And it gives me my biggest trade at the deepest price, bringing my cost average as low as I can bring it down to potentially take advantage of a bounce. Now, if
Right.
it goes deeper from that, Deb, I would come in and potentially manually add a cost average here.
Sure.
So, but I like what we've done here, and I'm going to hit next. And this gives me a summary of everything that I've done, and I'll hit next. Now it's going to ask, and be sure to set up your trades with the 2FA. Nobody can hack your account and come in and add random trades to your account and mess up your account. And it just is a super layer of protection for you. Okay.
Love it.
And create the pullback. All right. We are now trading
Look at
Mines
that.
of Delarnia. You know, and I hit refresh here for you guys that don't know what Mines of Delarnia is. It's this game, and I showed this a long time ago. It's a introduction. It has a little video here while that trade is creating, and
Yeah,
seems to be,
several months
yeah,
ago, we looked at
yeah,
this.
yeah. So you could come out here and research it and see what it's all about. And it's got these characters that this little guy fights, and oh, it looks like he's going to do pretty well. Oh,
The graphics
he
are
gets
sliced him in. Did
look,
he slice that frog right in half?
he did, and he got some kind of, well, is that a frog? He did cut him in half. Good point,
It's
Deb. I
he's
don't
oh,
think he cut the
is that
big
a
guy.
frog? Maybe that's not a
Oh, he cut them both in half. Okay.
Wow, that's
All
cool.
right. So, anyways, we are now in Mines of Delarnia. If I go to grids,
Exciting stuff.
and
You got it on. Oh, it's it.
refresh
Oh,
here.
aha. Where's it going to be, Doug? Is it going to be in your listing?
It is.
In your live
So I
listing?
hit, yeah.
Or is it going to be
So,
in your
so we're
pending?
going to show that. So I went through and I don't see Mines of Delarnia here,
It
right? So
oh,
I hit refresh, but Deb was pointing out and gently hinting to go to pending because it hasn't taken the trade yet. It
right.
hasn't gotten the pullback. So it's sitting in pending. It's live. There's my two trades. I have zero open, zero sold. You know, it's just waiting here. There's my $100, and we're in the game. Okay,
Mhm.
so that's Mines of Delarnia, and we'll see if we get a pullback.
Yeah.
And one thing I can guarantee almost categorically across the board, at some point we'll get a pullback.
Yeah, for sure.
It nothing keeps going up forever. So, all right. Now, I had the Doge that I had converted to Otherverse. Okay, we're going to switch gears here, guys. And I thought, Deb, I had gone through all of my conversions and I bought all my coins and I was sitting on here with you right before the call. And I look down and I go, well, hang on, I haven't done Doge yet. I got $102 sitting out in my wallet that I haven't done Doge with, right? So I know that in my mid wallet here, that 102 of these dollars is Doge, okay? Because I converted it to BUSD.
No,
And
to you.
oh no, excuse me. You're
There
right,
it is.
Deb.
Oh,
You
and we
just
can
caught
see
me.
it right there in
Yeah,
your
right there it
USDP.
is.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And I haven't moved it out to my MetaMask wallet. to go and buy UTHIX tokens. So we're going to do that. And again, guys, be very thorough when you go through stuff here, because nSights has a lot of things that you can do. It has a lot of things going on. So you got to think through the process of what you're doing. We know that we moved to USDT, but I first went to BUSD. Now, granted, I'm the guy that designed most of this stuff. So, it's easy for me to forget. No, but there is a lot going on. And so you gotta pay attention. So we did move it to USDT here, and I'm going to move it out to I'm going to do withdraw. Okay. It's going to ask me to connect my wallet. Now it's going to move it out to this wallet. The only wallet it can move it out to is the wallet that set up this account. I'm trading UTHIX in a different wallet, but I can't move it to that wallet. I can only move it out to the wallet that I'm trading in this with. So I first got to move it out to the wallet that is connected to this smart contract. Then from there, I can move it to my UTHIX wallet. So let's go through that process. Okay, so I'm going to hit withdraw. I'm going to hit the amount. I'm going to click this. I'm going to hit connect because it's telling me I got to connect to the wallet. Okay. I'm going to type in my password without saying it. And I can see that it's checked the right wallet. Now you got to make sure if you're doing things in your MetaMask that you're not checked into another different wallet. You got to make sure you're checked to the wallet that is in fact connected to nSights, and I am. So I hit next here. I'll hit confirm, and it's going to go do its thing. That's moving out this USDT. Withdraw. So I connected the wallet. Now I got to hit withdraw. Now the wallet is connected. I hit confirm. Now it's going through its process.
All right. And for those of you who are wondering, so Otherverse is one of the companies that we are partnered with. Really love the project. It's a metaverse project. And in fact, please go back and listen to some of our lives or watch our lives or go back through our YouTube and you're going to learn all about Otherverse. Right now they have their tokens, UTHIX, in pre-sale. And Doug, they're only at the 0.05 price until Monday. Is that correct still?
Monday at midnight. And then it
Monday
goes to
at midnight.
0.055. But also at Monday at midnight, Peter and I at this point stopped giving our bonus of additional tokens away to everybody that uses our link on. If you go to nSights and click on to Otherverse and use our link, then you're going to get enough tokens that should bring you down to 0.04
That's a
instead of
very good
0.05.
price.
So you immediately in profit.
Nice.
Okay.
That's a very good price.
So Deb, you can see I moved it out. It's gone.
It's
Okay.
gone.
It's gone. So now I'm going to go over to Otherverse. I'm going to go to the pre-sale page. Okay. And I'm going to log in to my back office here. Let me stop sharing for a second so I
Don't say it
make
out
any
loud.
colossal mistake.
Right. And yeah, this is open to anybody. If you're new here and you want to have access to the pre-sale tokens, you're just going to go to nSights DeFi Trader.io and you're going to click on Otherverse. Then you're going to click on the link that takes you directly to the pre-sale and you're going to go ahead and buy as many tokens as you'd like today. Let's see if we can get that to run out in the next few days.
Yes. Okay, so let's do that. Oh, it did that.
So many Doug Kyles to choose from.
I know it. I get Digibot. Yeah, got to know your emails, guys. Like I said, got to pay attention to details.
You did that to give us a really good example, didn't you?
Right. So I'm going to go here and because I have a back office, when you buy your first tokens and you can set up a back office and you can refer friends and people to UTHIX also if you want. Go out, read about it, see the patents that Brian has on the other verse. I've talked so much about it. Super, super strong and powerful utility. But anyways, I'm going to purchase more tokens. Okay. So that's why I logged into my back office. Instead of doing it on the pre-sale front end page, I logged into my back office. I'm going to purchase more tokens here. I'm going to click because I'm on my MetaMask. I'm using the Binance chain here. I know it was $102 that I had that's going to buy me 2,040 more UTHIX tokens. And I'm going to take a screenshot of this because I'm going to show you why you need to remember these numbers, even though it'll be in your back office. Okay. I'm
Doug,
just a little bit redundant.
go ahead and connect
Yep.
your wallet as well. You'll want to
Oh,
connect your
yes.
wallet
Thank you.
before
Yeah.
you.
Got to connect. Now, this is a different wallet than the one that I was in nSights with, right? In fact, hang on. I got to go out and let me do this first, Deb.
Sure. Got to move those tokens.
I'm going to cancel this. Yeah, I'm going to go back to tokens here. I'm in here. I've got a total of 426, I know of which some 102 of that is what I just moved over.
Mhm.
So I'm going to go down to the wallet that I'm doing all of my UTHIX in, right? And I'm going to copy this address. I'm going to go back to the wallet that has that USDT in it, which is here. Okay, there it is. I'm going to click on USDT. I'm going to hit send. I'm going to put that wallet address in, and I'm going to tell it I want to send $102 to that address. And I'm going to, whatever it sends is what I'm going to put in so that the fees and everything get minused out. So the profitability I'm trying to get to is including fees. I'm going to hit confirm.
All right. You moved the
Pending.
102 into the correct wallet.
All right. Let's go see if I did that right. Tokens. I got 460 now in here. We should have looked at the number before, but I know that amount moved in, and we will now go connect this wallet to the platform. So like Deb says, let's go back to the dashboard. I'm going to hit purchase tokens. I'm going to connect my wallet. Okay. Hit MetaMask. And you can see I've got, this is highlighted already. And that is the one I want, my UTHIX wallet. Okay. Now I'm going to hit next. I'm going to hit confirm for the connection. I am now connected and I'm good to go. I'm going to hit here. I'm going to hit 102. Give me that number. I'm going to hit purchase. Make sure. Yeah, I clicked it. It's going to pop it up. It's going to ask me if this is what I'm wanting to do. I confirm. Transaction successful. I'm going to go to dashboard and go to transactions here. Okay. And I'm going to scroll down. to the bottom, and there it is on this date and this time.
You got
Okay. But,
2,040 tokens.
and I got one more thing to do. I got to go back to Otherverse. I've got to come down here to Doge. Got to click on these three dots, and I have to add that trade. The number of tokens was 2040, I believe, Deb.
Yep.
And the price was 0.05. And I'm going to add that.
Yeah. And what I love about this is we've just built for you a tracking system. It is simply a tracking system where you can track negative trades. If you wanted to get involved in your Otherverse pre-sale and you wanted to take some of your negative trades and use that money to buy UTHEX tokens, well, we'll track it for you right here. So when UTHEX price goes up, then your position, your negative position starts to get into profit. And
Right.
it's a nice way to get your trades out of a negative position, potentially, right? No
Yeah.
guarantees in
Right.
anything, but we are very excited
Right.
about this token. So
Yeah. And if you have coins, if you're not in anything that we're doing, but you've bought coins somewhere else and they're sitting in your MetaMask, not doing anything, and they're negative, as long as you know your negative position and stuff, you can come right here and create a trade, and you can put in the tokens, the price. On Monday, you'll be able to add the token name. Okay. But Monday's the last day. So if you wanted to be able to track, you can track anything. Okay. But you can add not only from our software, but from anywhere that you've bought tokens, as long as you can get it into BUS, Binance Smart Chain, or one of the other chains that UTHIX is using, you're good to go to convert in by the UTHIX tokens with coins that are negative or even positive, whatever they are. But, because of the potential of UTHIX going up, sometimes the coins that you're sitting in negative may never return. So, you got to weigh that as an option to convert those coins.
yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Deb,
And just to clarify, the price of the pre-sale tokens go up on Monday. So it doesn't go away. The opportunity doesn't go away, but the opportunity to get them at this price and the opportunity to get some bonus tokens along with your purchase, that happens now. So get on out and
right.
make that happen for yourself
Yeah.
soon as you
And you
can.
can play with the calculator here too if you wanted to see, if you're looking at $1,000 and you're looking at, a $10 sell price, that $1,000 potentially becomes this if we hit that $10. If you understand what UTHIX is, you might think this is a little low, but
Right.
is what it is. But if you get it by Monday, you're getting it for 4 cents, right? So now that 199 becomes 249. You just
That's
added about 50 grand
that's a
by not
significant
waiting
difference.
past Monday. But if you wait until past Monday midnight, now this is up, 24,000%, right? But if you wait after Monday, it only goes up 18,000 and it's $180,000. Still a phenomenal return, no question about it. But why not take advantage of a bigger
The
return?
lowest price you can get. Absolutely.
Right. Right. Okay, Deb, that's all I got.
Ooh, that's all? You sure we shouldn't add about 10 more things to that call?
That was a Friday
We
call.
showed a
Everybody's
lot,
going,
you guys. Yeah, we showed a lot of information, a lot of really great things. So, go back and watch again if there's something in there that you were interested in that you wanted to dig into and understand a little bit more. We are so excited to welcome you into our Discord channel. You'll find that in the details on this live, and you'll also find that on our website and lots of different places. So come join us in Discord. Come check out what nSights DeFi Trader is all about. Become a trader with us. We're for the novice or for the expert master trader. We've got the tools that you need to succeed, and we're excited to have you. Anyway, Doug, thank you for today. That was a lot of fun.
had a blast. Thanks, everybody. Have a great